Wir sind jetzt hier bei dem Interview noch RGC Hansa 1. Ihr könnt jetzt das Video schon auf meinem Channel euch angucken. Das Video habe ich jetzt schon gemacht und jetzt kommt dazu noch ein Interview mit dem Spieler Konrad Andrejuk. Nicht wundern, dass das Video jetzt auf Englisch gemacht wird. Bei den anderen Videos für die Paralympics habe ich es ja auch geplant, das jetzt immer zu machen. Hier für die Bundesliga eigentlich nicht, weil es ja noch ein deutsches Nationalturnier ist, aber er ist aus Polen hierher gezogen. Sein Deutsch ist leider nicht so gut, aber das kriegen wir trotzdem hin. Yeah, Konrad, at first, thanks for joining us. And yeah,
thanks for the invitation.
My first question to you is, you're moving from Poland to Rostock. That's not usual that you move from Poland to Rostock. What was the reason for you to come in the country for you?
Oh, I don't know if it's so unusual for Polish people moving to Germany. Counting about 1 million people from Poland living in Germany, so generally it's quite a popular destination. But what was the reason to move? So generally, just to be honest, the Goalball was one of the main reasons to come, and also the so generally during the COVID-19 pandemic, you can enjoy the possibility to work remotely. So I don't need to stay like in office in Poland. And then I decided to change something in my life, and also gave me a great possibility to play goalball, something I didn't do for a long time living in Poland, because city I come, there is no more any goalball team. So then I can join my passion, work at home from home, and also I have a daughter. She's 5 years old. I wanted her to introduce in another culture, another language, just for her, let's say, personal development. There are already the results. So she speaks German, not so bad. I think she made a big progress. So generally, I'm happy so far. But this is why I decided to move abroad to Germany. But I choose Rostock as it's a global city.
Thanks. In Rostock, that's the city of Germany, the main city of Germany in Goalball, yeah. And strange culture, yeah. For your daughter, you said you want to introduce your daughter in a strange culture. So that's the reasons why you are in Rostock. And the next question, the Bundesliga, the next tournament next week, you will play the first time in German league. You don't know the other teams. What do you expect on your first tournament here in Germany?
Yeah, my first time playing for German league, but generally I know the players, national team players. So I played against German national team, for Polish national team, and also general imagination about the German Bundesliga, Goalball Bundesliga. I think one of the strongest leagues in the world, because there are some strong teams. Not always it means there is a strong league behind the team. So it's, for example, the issue of Lithuania, which has just to be a team, which is at the same time a national team. And absolutely another situation, because the national team players from different teams, and this is very nice, because I think that the level of the league is generally quite high, and also there are many very strong teams. So I'm very excited to play really in Bundesliga. Yeah, we'll see. But generally, I expect it will be tournament. I something like a championship, probably many international tournaments with what better, let's say, yeah, than the level of German league.
Yeah. Okay. You mean Germany is the highest quality in the world as a league, as a national league. So you think that it's difficult to win the German championship. And I know Rostock has the goal to win the German championship. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know Rostock wants to win the championship, and they never won the championship in history before. Why do you think that Rostock will win this year the championship?
Okay, so the gold medal is the main aim of all the teams participating in any league. Yeah, just to be honest. But yes, you're right. This year, I think just because in comparison to 2009, the last year Bundesliga was played, there were a lot of changes in the team. So first of all, we have Felix Roge, which is I think a strong point of the team. Then we also have John Turlov, which is actually, if I'm correct, 19 years old. So I think in case 2 years, because he's still growing, gaining some experience. I think now he's much more able than 2 years ago, and also they also have me, and I think I also try to support the team. And generally, I think that our main advantage is that we have 4 strong players, so at the high level, and we are the only team which have more than 3 really strong players. So that advantage of playing several games a day, that we can make a substitution and still like not losing the quality of game. So I think it's quite important, and I think that it shows our team in a good position before the tournament. But as you know, that's sport, so everything can happen, and we'll see.
Yeah, that's true. That sports you can plan for 100%. That's I like at sports, because if you can plan 100%, that would be boring. So, but you said, 4 players and you can make a substitution. So it's important, that you can change a player, because at a weekend you have 5 games. That's really hard. And you talked about you. They also have you. Yeah, that's my next question. What do you expect of yourself, or what do you think which performance you can bring at this weekend?
Okay, it's also hard to say because they were my first Bundesliga tournament. So, if you come to a new environment, let's say, it's really hard to say, because so just to be honest, I'm in Rostock for almost a year, and till now we had the possibility to play just 1 tournament, so an international tournament. And I think I did a good job there. So, and generally I hope to just to continue Yeah, good performance, but everything depends on the situation, of course, on the court, on the decisions of this general. I think I'm ready to play, but also like to underline the very specific situation as a team because we have four players which are generally left players, left wing players. Yeah, so I think that the preferable position of all our players is left. So it will be a bit hard and challenging. I will probably not uh, basic, let's say, standard position, so not playing on left wing. So yeah, we'll see. It's hard to say, and I think I will say more before the second stage, the second tournament, and now, yeah, it's hard to say, but of course I will do my best.
Yeah, that's also a thing you mentioned. You have 3 players of these 4 players who play on the left wing at his famous position. Yeah, that would be a problem because only one player can play at a position, and yeah, the other positions must filled by a left player in football team. They also placed a player on a position that's not his famous position, but yeah, and that was the problem why they lose. And yeah, what do you think if some player must play on a position that doesn't suit him? Can it be a problem for your starting 3, or what do you think about that?
Yeah, of course, very comfortable situation. But on the other hand, we have and we know the situation. We are aware. We are ready for that. So we are training, of course, on different positions, and we are testing positions. So yeah, what to do? Yeah.
Yeah, that a player which has his famous position. He's the best on his position, and yeah, I would mean at the Bundesliga in games, for example, against Chemnitz or Marburg, it could be a problem. I think, yeah, if you don't play as well on the right wing and you have to play on the right wing, yeah,
Yes, you're absolutely right. But yeah, on the other hand, it's so everything depends on the general level. So I know the national team players more or less, but just to be honest, it's hard to say for me how strong are other players from the top teams, like or Nuremberg, for example. And so, but I suppose that generally, goalball is not a professional sport so far, even in Germany here. Yeah. So, and we are absolutely ready. We are training for many on unusual positions. So we are testing our players on different positions in different situations. So generally, yeah, I think it won't be maybe the most comfortable configuration, let's say. But yeah, anyway, we are ready. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the last thing we talked about this topic. And now another topic I want to explain. What are your goals? Are you want to be the MVP at this tournament, or are you want to be the top goal scorer? What's with that?
Absolutely not, of course. I know my possibilities, of course, ambitions are very important, but at the moment, I think, especially in this year when 6 players are departing to Tokyo Paralympic Games, where they are going to fight for the gold, probably, and I hope. It's not my level yet, and especially if we remember that I have a long without football. So generally, I played actively till 2015, 14, 15. Then I played. I had just some episodes, let's say, but there were also something like 2 years break. So with absolutely no trainings, just before I came to Rostock last year. So of course it's too short time for me to get let's say the top performance. So this year I have no plans, and especially if it's the first season in Bundesliga for me. So it's generally hard. So I don't know the specifics because of course you can skills and so, but when you're really in game, and I think that only after this first tournament I can speak more about my chances for the future. Absolutely, I don't like this season. I treat just like preparation before next seasons, and only I think in 2 years I hope to join the best players of German league, but absolutely not this year. So I'm just I have the possibility to play for the first league, and yeah, that's important to me. And generally, I'm already in this age that like individual prizes and so are not so important for me. So generally, I play Goalball for fun, but I also understand that it's a team sport. So generally, the main aim is to help the team. And so if the coaches, for example, say that I won't play 2 or 3 games, or I will just come to the court for 2 or 3 minutes, so I won't be disappointed, because for me, like scoring, to have possibility to score as much goals as possible is not so important. Important is to have that, it's you can be more useful just for 2 or 3 minutes, like the last 2 minutes, yeah, sitting most of the game on the bench, than playing the whole game. So generally, I understand it's a team sport, and on the first place, the success of the team should be.
Yeah. Okay. Then the last topic, that's not about goalball, not about sport in general, but yeah, in a way, I talk with you about the COVID pandemic in a way. Yeah, some sports allowed many spectators. For example, the Wembley in England, they had 65,000 spectators at the semi-final of the European Championship. And here in Goalball, you have no spectator. What do you think about that? Would you say it can't be that in soccer they allowed many spectators and in Goalball not? Or what are your opinion about that?
Okay, so just talking about spectators, the audience games, it's a complex topic, let's say, because on one hand, Goalball is not so popular, so it's not generally even without pandemics. It's not like the most popular sport with thousands of spectators, and so. So I think we are not so much influenced here, because generally there are not so many spectators during Goalball games. But on the other hand, of course, it's very nice when you play with spectators. So it gives you additional, emotions and so. So I remember till now many games where we have a full audience, full tribunes. But on the other hand, it's also not so easy, because to play with the spectators, because maybe you can hear the ball. So generally, yeah, it's hard to say. I have no opinion about that, but I think spectators are important, and it's also difficult to say for me, because I don't know yet the German global culture, let's say, yeah. So, but I can tell you a story. 2017 European. So I was organizing team. And the tournament was played on a very beautiful sports hall with, I don't know, about 1,000 places for spectators. And the administrator of the building told me during the second game or the first day of the tournament that, oh, you know, many people just came and wanted to come as spectators, but I didn't allow them to, you know, well, maybe just not to disturb him and so. And they say, oh no, why you did it? Yeah, generally our aim is to promote the sport, and you say you're not watch. But you know, so everything depends on many situations. And, for some people, audience spectators are very important. For some are not important. Generally, looking from this my experience, of course, it's easier. It's much easier to play when there is no noise, so not so many people in the hall. On the other hand, it's of course very interesting, and there is a lot of emotions when you can hear, for example, I know 100 people when you scored a goal. It's also very nice. So generally, yeah, I accept the situation, and I think it's anyway. Spectators are not so important. They of course they are important on the whole or online, because I suppose that there will be some stream, even if they will support us with stream, it also be very, especially if not you know, not everybody can come. So I hope that some my friends from different countries, especially from Poland, will support me with online stream. And anyway, even without COVID, they won't come, yeah, just to hand it, you know, because so generally I think I prefer internet online streaming, because it gives the possibility to be watched all around the world. So, and I see that here during the pandemic, online streamings are much more often than before. So I think it's a positive generally outcome of the pandemic.
Yeah, I would mean every sport athlete agrees with you that it's nicer to play with spectators. Yeah, but yeah, you accept the situation, and we all have to accept the situation, because we can't change it. We are not the persons to do that. And yeah, a last question, a last question for you. You are also a referee with level 3, that means you're allowed to ref at the World Championships or also Paralympic Games. And also you are a player. How do you manage that, to do both things seriously and well?
Okay, so yeah, generally, first of all, I feel I'm a player, not referee. The issue is that itself, I had a side classification. Then after medical treatment, I lost, so I was classified as uneligible. And then I just had to decide what to do further. So I wanted to spin Goalball, and I decided to develop my round 18. National team, it doesn't help me, because I heard not officially that many people are like not trusting and you know, to be a player. First of all, prefer, very happy that in Germany I'm available to play in Bundesliga even without classification. So, and when I'm not able to play, then I whistle, and then definitely I like this way when I have to. That is very hard to concentrate. And yeah, I'm happy that here I have this comfort during Bundesliga that I have just not about refereeing, and so my principle is that I either play, either will.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. At the Bundesliga, you're allowed to play without a B1, B2, or B3 classification. Yeah, 2 players of the 3 players on the court are allowed. 1 player of the court must have a classification to explain that. And yeah, interesting. It sounds interesting. I can tell that. And yeah, now we are at the end with the interview. I don't have any question anymore. Is there anything you want to tell to the people?
So thank you, Ed, for the invitation. I always enjoy to play with you, and now I'm very excited to play against you. And so I would like to wish you luck with your new team, and also wish luck all other players from all other teams. And also I hope that the supporters go worldwide, not only in Germany, will be following first tournament of Bundesliga 2021. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks again for the invitation to this interview.
Yeah, okay. Now we are at the end, and yeah, we shall see how the tournament goes on the 17th and 18th July this year. And yeah, thank you for joining us again. And yeah, that's the end. And I wish you and the whole team good luck for the tournament.